One of the most important things I think about QC at ZMF is that, at some places there's like Inspector 83 and he goes through, just millions of things, putting his stamp on it if he sees anything wrong. Our technicians, our staff has such pride in the product, and it's not QC from a standpoint of, pass fail. It's, did I make this? Do I think this is beautiful? Would I want this to be my headphone? And it's just a whole different level of buy-in and care that comes when, everyone has a focus in really putting out a beautiful end product.
There is kind of a weird balance that you have to strike between something being handmade and that extreme level of perfection. Because in my mind as an artist, nothing is ever perfect. It can always just keep going that step farther and farther. But we want every single headphone that goes out of here to be a representation of like the best work that we can do. And so it is really helpful to have everybody checking at all these different points.
But yeah, and this is kind of, more or less the process for every headphone we make. Which I guess that's something that really struck out to me when I started here, coming from like a hobbyist level, is like I just kind of assumed all headphones were sort of a really high efficiency, mass produced, like they get put together and they're out the door. Like here, we actually tune every single headphone individually to ensure that it sounds as good as it can. Okay, so then, this is pretty spot on. This is, actually really, really good for the VC. And so, this headphone is past kind of the measurement QC phase. From there, it'll go on to both like listening quality control inspection and then just another visual inspection of the wood finish, all the hardware, all the bolts. And then from there, it actually enters one more quality control phase right before it's packed.
Here at the company, right, I'm the final boss of QC. It's especially exciting to see when we nail down processes, because I know that overall, as a team, we're all leveling up together. If I were to put myself more in the shoes of an owner, it also strikes me as being emotional in a way. It's like every time you put them on and you crank your favorite song, I don't know, it like kind of makes my chest swell, I still get excited every single time, right? It doesn't matter if it's the first time or the 10th time or the 1000th time, right? That experience is still very powerful for me.
A lot of times I'm not sure whether I enjoy listening to headphones or building them more, because I'll get so caught up in the process of, getting tools to make ZMFs. I'm super excited always when I get a new like tube amp or DAC or anything that, makes our ZMF sound awesome. But I'm also just as excited when we get a new CNC machine or we get a HATS measurement rig. And so it's just super exciting as ZMF has grown to reinvest in the company, which at turn is reinvesting in my hobby of making headphones, which has just been a really fun process. And along the way, gotten our quality control to be that of a world-class headphone manufacturer, and having that equipment to make sure every ZMF that goes out the door is exactly the way I want it to be just feels really good.